Yo, what's poppin'? It's your boy from the C, the ATL Don, checking in. This week we got another sneaker custom. Once again, thank you for all the love on the Chicago Jordan 1 mid custom I did using the Chicago toe mid. Love the support everyone gave me on that. Once again, thank you. This will be my second actual custom. I did do a cleaning of a Yeezy V2 350 Zebra recently. But this one we're going to be doing a cleaning, plus we're going to be customizing it to make my own Americana version of the Air Force One. For those that are familiar, Nike does currently have an Americana collection out right now, but I want to make my own colorway. I actually scored this used pair of Air Force Ones off of eBay for $5 and some change. I actually had a video where I picked up 4 different used pairs for $100. But this is the cheapest one I got. Didn't come with any laces. So the game plan is to give it a good cleaning first. We're going to whiten the midsoles. It's not too bad. I got some laces for it with the Air Force One lace lock. I'm going to add some color to it and make it look very patriotic. Hopefully I can get this out by 4th of July. If not, I'll get it released within a day or two. So no further ado, let's get into this. Alright, so the things we're going to use in this video, we're going to use the Rejuvenator Advanced Sneaker Solution. May not have to use all 4 brushes. We have the soft, the medium, the stiff, and the brass bristle brush. We got the Rejuvenator Shoe Tree to help add support in the toe box. You got the Rejuvenator collapsible bowl. Already got the water ready to go. And we got their new cleaning towel. Works very well. Alright, so let's get ready. First, let's take this insole out. Alright, got the shoe tree in. Alright, 2 squirts of that. Let's get started. I think overall came out pretty good. We'll pop them in the sneaker laundry bag. Don't have any laces this time to wash since these did not come with any. Let's throw the insole in there with it. Alright, we're going to go throw these in the wash. We're going to use 1 ounce of the Rejuvenator Sneaker Laundry Detergent. Going to have to allow these to air dry, so we'll have to continue this tomorrow. Hopefully we can get it finished so I can get this out on time for July 4th. If you do see this a day or 2 after, I do apologize. So we'll pick this up tomorrow, alright? Alright, we're back, day 2. I am running behind on this video. I hope to get it out on July 4th, which it didn't happen. I did have a 2020 pair of the Nike Air Force One Americana collection that I did get released yesterday. So go check that out if you haven't already. Took it out of the wash. Looks great. Probably can't tell on camera. This is the one we've been working on. It's the one we haven't been working on. The blue in person looks brighter now since we've washed it. I don't think the camera's doing any justice. I was impressed how well we were able to get the midsole clean using just the Rejuvenator cleaning brushes and solution. There is a little bit on the front of the toe box area of the midsole and around the heel that didn't come as wide as I would like, so we are going to hit it with some Unltd Sole Bright. I already got some on a little container for me to put on, so we're going to have to do one side at a time, lay it in the sun, then rotate it. And we're going to, once we get it applied, cover it with the saran wrap. So let's get into that. Yeah. Hopefully I don't run out of sunlight before I can get both sides done. I just using really cheap paint brushes you can get at the hardware store. I don't want to use the ones I paint with because they're too expensive to use with this stuff, and don't want to use a brush that has this and use it on paint later. Make sure you do not get this on the uppers. It can cause damage, and also be careful don't get it on your skin because it can also burn your skin. So this is a very easy process. All right. Alright, get that applied to one side. Some of the bristles of the brushes, and this particular brush is starting to come off when I was applying it. Once again, I just bought cheap paint brushes to apply this with. Just hitting where I got a little bit of residue on the leather to get that off. Use this regular Glad clean wrap or Reynolds wrap, whatever you can find. Alright, just carefully apply that. Make sure it stays in place because you don't want it shifting and getting onto the leather. Got the one side wrapped. I'm going to lay this in the sun for 30 minutes. We'll come back and do the other side. I'll probably do the other side off camera to save time, so this video is not as long as my easy 350 cleaning video. So we'll be back, alright? Alright, we're back. It's been an hour. Did 30 minutes on each side using the Unltd Direct Sole Bright. Did a very good job. You also can use Salon Care 40 that you can get at any beauty salon. So next step, we're going to get rid of this toe box crease. As you can see, this one's creased very badly. Just take out the shoe tree. First time I've ever done this. Hopefully we're successful. I'm going to try shoving some towels in there, see if we can get it back out good enough. I got pushed out pretty decent. Alright, so we're going to use an old t-shirt. I damped it. I've seen where people suggest don't use like a towel and stuff because you don't want the texture or whatever you're laying on top of it to transfer into the leather that you're ironing out. So let's see how this works. Doing the iron on medium. The key thing is to keep it moving. Don't let it sit there too long. Alright, cross your fingers, hope we're successful. Looks a little bit better. 100% satisfied with it yet. Some of these areas might be a little more difficult to get to. Already looks a lot better. I don't know if the camera can do any justice or not. Show it compared to the other one. I think it already is a drastic improvement. Keep hitting it a few more times. And that turned out a lot better than first couple attempts going over it. Still a few spots right here I'm having trouble getting out. I don't know if I'll be able to get those out or not. I'll try a little bit longer. If not, I'll just leave it like it is. Once again, the shoe is 9 years old. I think that's about as good as I'm going to be able to get it. I don't want to like screw the shoe up doing it too much, but you can tell a huge difference from this is the one we just did, and this is how they used to look. So happy with my first attempt at ever doing that. I'm sure I'll get better over time. All right, the next step is going to be to prep all this area here, along here where the lace holes are, this back heel area. We're going to do all this in red. We're going to leave the swoosh white. We're going to leave the center part here in blue on both sides and leave the toe box blue. But very happy so far how this custom's turning out. So on to the next step. We're probably going to pick this up on a different day because I've ran out of time today. So you'll see me in a third different outfit whenever we get this finished. All right, we're back day 3. If you made it this far in the video, you know we did not get the video released on July 4th like I anticipated. You could do this custom in a full day if you had a full day to dedicate to it, but I have a very busy schedule, so I have to work on it little by little. So I went ahead, just to save time on camera, keep making the video as long, went ahead and pre-taped off the parts that I do not want to paint. So the blue areas you see exposed are now going to be painted red. Before we start that, we need to wipe down the blue areas with some cotton rounds. You can buy them at your local drugstore. We're going to use the Unltd leather prepare and deglazer. This is a very important step. A lot of people that watched my Jordan 1 Chicago toe video that I customized to be a Jordan 1 mid Chicago complain about their paint coming off. I think a lot of people skip this step. This is very important to make the paint stick. So you want to wipe down all the areas that you see that you want to paint. It'll have a stickiness feeling to it, and it also will dull the overall look of it. So once you've accomplished that, you know it's ready to go. All right, we're going to be using the Unltd red. I couldn't decide if I wanted to use red or fire red, so I went ahead and just chose red. Hopefully I'm happy with the results. On the tape, I just basically use masking tape and use a X-Acto knife to trim out the detail to get the lines nice and crisp. But I do have some toothpicks to help clean up edges. I found from last time, sometimes the paint would get in areas where I didn't want it to, even though I have it taped. These work great for cleaning up edges with, so I suggest having those on standby. So let's get started. Going to start first using the 3/8 angular shader. Probably going to take anywhere from, I'm guessing, 4 to 5 coats to get complete coverage. Alright, so we got one very light coat of red. Definitely going to take several coats for it to cover up the blue. I debated about if I wanted to do a primer base like I did on the Jordan 1 Mid Chicago Custom, but I decided not to. I'm hoping maybe 4 to 5 coats will get complete coverage, I hope. I'm going to do a couple coats off camera so the video is not super long, so we'll be back, alright? Alright, so far we have 4 coats on it. Looking really good. I think I'm going to do a 5th coat and call it a day on it and let it dry. And we'll have to finish this up on a, unfortunately, another day. Like I said, you can get this done in one day, but I have a very busy schedule, so all I can do it in small parts. Alright, just finished the 5th coat of red. I think it covered very well. It's nice and smooth with no brush streaks. The leather is different than the typical Air Force One on these. You can see it towards the end of the video. When I show the close-up, it has like this weird texture to it. But covered very nicely. I debated about using either like a gray or even pink as a primer coat before painting the red to help the red cover, but I think it did very well. So we have 5 coats of red on it. We're going to let it dry. I'm not going to use a heat gun. I'm just going to let it sit and cure overnight. Then we'll wrap up this custom on the next day, alright? Alright, we let the paint dry overnight. Very happy with the results. I ended up having to go with 5 coats of red. I debated if I needed to use a primer base like I did on the Jordan 1 Chicago Mid Custom I did when I did the shadow gray as a base, kind of like as a primer, or I've seen some actually use like a hot pink color to use as a base before putting on the color they wanted to go with. I decided not to do that this route, so it did take me 5 coats of red to get full coverage. Very impressed with how it turned out. I did do one little extra detail off camera that I originally didn't plan to do. I had a red and a blue Sharpie paint pen that I picked up from Walmart. So I put a fresh coat of blue on the line going around the back of the heel. And originally the air was done in blue, but I changed it to red. I think that was a nice touch. I'll show a close-up at the end of the video. Very, very happy. So the only thing left to do now is to hit it with some Krylon matte finish. We're going to go outside and spray 2 coats of this on it. Let that dry. Put the insole back in. Lace these bad boys up. Then we'll be done. We'll be back, alright? Alright, we're back. Got 2 light coats of the Krylon matte finish sprayed on it. Once again, I think it turned out to look great. Let's pop the insoles back in. They clean up pretty decent. I would like to find a pair of like red Nike Air insoles to put in here. I found a company that sells, I guess you can say knockoffs that have the Nike Air logo on it, but they were currently out of the red ones. So plus they come from China, so it takes a little while to get here. All right, got the insole back in. Now I bought these for $5 and like I think 63 cents or something off eBay, which was one hell of a steal. They were 11 years old. They were very beat up, so they did not come with any laces. I did find an eBay seller that sells laces with the Air Force One lace locks. They had 2 different options. They had the ones that just said AF1, or they had the ones that I bought here that have the AF1 82 on them. Got these for, I think, in the low to mid-teen price. I just went to eBay and typed in Nike Air Force One lace lock and found a couple listings for it. I do not believe these are, genuine Air Force One lace locks, but they do look, just like their originals. I'm sure these are knockoffs, but you know, just wanted to add that little extra touch to it. All right, we'll fast forward this footage so it doesn't take forever. All right, got it laced up. Looks very, very nice. Very happy with this project. I know this was split up over several days, but it's just due to my busy schedule. If you actually had a day to dedicate to this, you could do this custom in one day very easily. This was a very easy custom, just basic color blocking for the most part. All right, so let's do the comparison of the before and after. This is how they looked when I got them. They weren't like in terrible shape, but they had heavily creased toe box, came with no laces, was dirty, so I had to clean them up and everything. So I think that's very cool before and after. All right, so I'm just going to do a little rundown of everything I had to do this custom. Once again, I purchased these used. They are a 9-year-old pair of Air Force Ones off of eBay for $5 and some change. So this is a $5 custom, basically, not counting the cost of the materials you need to customize it with. So the first thing I did was take the Rejuvenator sneaker cleaning solution, clean the shoe up really good. I threw it in their laundry bag along with the shoe tree and used their sneaker laundry detergent. Washed it, let it dry. Once I got done with that process, I used the Angelus Sole Bright and did the soles to whiten them to get them back to looking new. They weren't terrible, especially for the age, because I have had some Air Force Ones where they get really bad yellowed. This wasn't that terrible, honestly, but I went ahead and whitened them up. Then I had to use the Angelus Leather Prepare and Deglazer. This is an important step. I think people that were trying to do the Jordan 1 Chicago mid custom I was doing was leaving this step out, and they were complaining about their paint was coming off. I believe a lot of them left this step out. This is very important. So I did that on the areas that I wanted to paint, which is all the red areas. I left the original blue color that they came in. I taped up all the blue areas that I did not want to paint. I used the I used the 3/8 angular brush for majority of the painting on this shoe. You can get these from the Angelus Direct website. Once again, this video is not sponsored. I have purchased everything that's used in this. Then for the tight areas, I used a 0 round brush to get in the tight areas. Then once I got 5 coats of the red put on, I did go to the midsole and use Sharpie paint pens to repaint the line blue. As you see on the original, the air was done in blue as well, but I wanted to add a little extra touch and change the air to being red on this one. I did skip a step. I ironed out the creases in the toe box. First time I've ever done that. Didn't come out perfect, but it does look way better than what it did if you look at compared to the original pair. It did drastically improve it. So hopefully I can get better at that technique over time. Then I had to purchase the laces for it since it didn't have any laces. And believe that was about it. The color red I used was just the basic red that they sell on the Unltd Direct website. I'll put the links for everything that I used for the site, and trying to think if I left anything out. And the best thing to apply the Unltd leather preparer and deglazers, just like some cotton rounds. You can get them at a drugstore. But I believe that wraps it up. I hope everybody enjoyed today's video. Please give a big thumbs up if you did. Subscribe down below if you haven't already. Trenz Unltd merch in the description. Till next time, it's your boy Infamous C, the ATL Don, signing out. Peace.
I'm in the trap on the block with my vest and my clock. I'm that thug for my land, I still